Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. I'm your host, Mick, and today I'm joined by
Landon Browning
and David Parker.
Welcome to the episode, guys. I believe it's the 27th of August.
It
Yes.
is.
That's cool.
Will's
My
at
favorite day.
Will's at another Smash Bros tournament. Surprise!
He's going to win
surprise.
this one. I think he's going to take it. First place.
Have any of you guys gone to any of his tournaments to watch him?
No, I have not. I think I'd be very intimidated by all the people. I think I'd be like very much out of my comfort zone.
Just dress like an anime character.
You'd be out of your
Right in.
element, Donnie.
Yes. There'd be so many Nintendo Switches. So many GameCube controllers.
Did you guys know that 28 years ago, Victor Krum caught the snitch in the Quidditch World Cup?
No way.
I went to a Raiders preseason
Did you
game
know
last
that?
night.
Did you know that, Dave?
Dave,
Mr. Trivia, did you know
did
that?
you not hear? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Did you know that?
I know it now.
Because I told you. So pickleball, right? No, okay. So you watched a Raiders game?
Yeah, I went to their last, I guess, home preseason game last night. They played the Patriots, but I hadn't been to Allegiant Stadium before, and I wanted to go.
How was it? I've heard it's pretty cool, right?
It was a really
Nice
cool stadium. It's very new, very like high tech and everything. I thought it was a fun. I thought it was a fun venue. I mean, it was a preseason game, so not a lot of starters out on the field for very long. I mean, and a lot of notable starters weren't even playing, but.
You're telling me Derek Carr and Devontae Adams didn't play for a whole quarter?
No, they were out there the whole game, you know.
The whole game.
They wanted to show Bill Belichick what's up. It was nice, though. Like, I know it was a preseason game, but it was nice to be in the building when he lost, even if it was a game that didn't matter. But that means something to me, you know?
So as someone that, like, I couldn't care less about football, what's the point of the preseason stuff?
They're kind of like skirmishes, like they're warm-up games, right? Like, and it's also kind of a good opportunity for people who aren't starters to kind of like prove themselves, because a lot of players, like, you know, they're backups, but they want to be out there on the field more. They want to be out there playing.
Front ups.
Pardon?
They want to be front ups.
Yes, they want to be up fronts. And so sometimes preseason games are good opportunities for those kind of players to like show what they got. And if you play well in enough preseason games and kind of like show that you know, are a good player playing against another team, then there's a better chance that you might be out on the field for games that actually matter. So preseason games are kind of fun because though there's no like ramifications for like the actual score, like the end of the game, it's still fun to watch because the players that are generally playing are still trying. It's not like the Pro Bowl where it's a bunch of people like, you know, like barely like interacting with each other. So it kind of is like a sloppy game of football. It was fun to watch.
Couldn't it also be like you might be watching some like subpar football?
I mean, yeah,
the starters.
It's not as good, and that's why I said sloppy. I mean, but the players for the most part, like they're out there like trying though too. It's
How
like
much
I said,
are tickets?
Tickets are like way cheaper than regular season games, and like in season for Raiders, like those tickets. Home games are really expensive. So that's one reason I didn't go to any games last year, because they were too expensive, or at least too expensive for my blood. And then preseason game, I was like, you know, it's like way, way, way cheaper. So it was fun though. I really liked it. You know, like I got a hot dog and a soda and everything. We were like
$45.
Wow. That's surprising.
We were up.
I'm surprised you didn't like bring in your own like bologna. Bologna sandwich,
Bologna and American cheese.
I don't think you can bring in your own food, but we were in the first row of like
they don't check
seating.
everywhere.
We were the first row of like balcony seating, so there was no one in front of us except for a big drop. So that was kind of cool because there was no one to block our view. So we got a good view of the.
Were you like 50-yard line? Right
no, we were kind of like off to the side a little bit. Originally, I was looking at seats where we were for the Bengals game, Landon.
Okay.
But then the seats that I ended up getting, they were like really good price, and I had never sat like at a first row before, so I kind of wanted to try that.
Yeah.
And then I was able to like feel better about like, you know, I can get a hot dog, and and everything.
Oh my god, you're such a cheap. Like, you drive me crazy.
Make me angry.
Yeah.
It
There's
was
like
fun.
ends of the spectrum on like spending, and I feel like you and Mick are like the two. Like you guys are like the two ends of like the spectrum.
Dave, if only we combined our efforts, we could be the perfect spender.
There's a happy medium. Dave's like, no, cheap on everything.
The stadium though, it was covered, which I was really glad because it was really hot yesterday, and I couldn't imagine like being one of the players if it was like 100 degrees outside playing.
You just don't want it that bad.
Is
You
it,
don't want like
it's an outdoor stadium?
No, it's covered.
dome.
There's
Like,
like
can they roll it back? Does it have an opening dome? Like, can they open it?
I don't know
Or
because
is
the
it
top
always
it almost
closed?
looks like a semi opaque tarp in a sense. So it's like sunlight comes through the top, but it's not glass, it's not plastic, it's some kind of like tarpy material. So for the most part, like
Controlled.
you get good natural light, but you don't get the heat from the sun. So
You see John Gruden there?
I watched him at the end of the game walk up to Belichick, and then they got into a fist fight.
I bet John Gruden
Belichick
would win that
grabbed
fight.
the visor right off Gruden's head, stomped on it.
Old Gruden. Good old Gruden.
Gruden ripped the arms off of Belichick's hoodie.
Yeah.
Belichick just thanked him.
It's Josh McDaniels, though, for real, right? Like, isn't that the new head coach? It's Josh McDaniels?
Yeah, Gruden's not
Raiders?
there anymore. He hasn't been there for a while, right?
Yeah. No, he got fired last season after a series of emails leaked.
It was weird though. After the game, I went to the store. I could not find a Henry Ruggs jersey.
Dude, come on, man. Yeah, I bet those were going for like very cheap on Amazon. Like at every
I did
place.
not see anyone wearing one at the game, which probably was a smart move, I would say.
He was so fast.
My goodness.
I don't know any of these people.
Henry Ruggs is going to prison for murdering somebody in a vehicular accident. He was going like over 100 miles per hour. He was going like 180, I think.
It was something like
And-
that. It was insane. It was
He
insanely
was
fast.
extremely. Yeah, he was intoxicated. His like blood alcohol level was like, I think it was like 3 times over the legal limit.
Jeez.
Well, he was at Top
Yeah.
Golf, and then he left Top Golf, at like 2 a.m. or something.
Our Top Golf?
The one in
The
Vegas.
one that we
yeah.
played at, yeah. The
And
one that
then
we played at.
He crashed into this car.
Yeah, this lady was in her car with her dog.
Yeah.
And they both, I think, burned to death. So
Yeah, it was horrible.
So Henry Ruggs hopefully will go to prison for a very long time.
Yeah, man. That's
But who knows, the legal system. I'm sure if he gets off, I'm sure the Browns will sign him. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, we haven't talked about
anybody.
because the Browns have no problem signing degenerates to their team. Well, like the Browns, like 3 or 4 years ago, signed Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
they signed Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
There's the greatest. I don't know if you guys have seen the soundbite. There's so Deshaun Watson got suspended for 11 games now.
Is he the one
And
that was like
fined $5
crazy
million.
last season and like ripped off his gear? And,
No,
like,
that's Antonio Brown.
oh,
Deshaun Watson has, I think he had like upwards of like 30
23 to 27 accusations of
of sexual like misconduct.
oh,
So they were interviewing the backup quarterback who has to start 11 games this year. And they're like, do you think you'll have, because Deshaun Watson's like a really good quarterback. They were like interviewing this guy's name's Jacoby Brissett. They're like, do you think you'll have a hard time like living like not being Deshaun Watson on the field or something? And he just smiled. He's like, I don't think I'll have a very hard time not being like him. Like it was a great quote. Like he smiled when he said, it's like,
dang. Football is back though. So like it's
back. Isn't the regular season next Sunday? It starts.
Yeah, it's really soon. Yeah. We have our draft tomorrow, and then I think Thursday, right, is when
The opening game.
Yeah. Or is it
I'm
next
excited.
Thursday? I think it's next Thursday then maybe.
Oh, is there 1 week in between?
Yeah, I think there's 1 week
Preseason?
in between.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
that is stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. Cool. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah. it was fun.
watching
Yeah, I liked it.
football. You guys like the name football?
It's fine.
What? I love football.
Like
No,
the name?
He said
though.
the name.
The name football?
Yeah.
It's whatever. Yeah. I would like to call it. What would you call it instead, though?
Well, like Australia calls it gridiron. That seems way cooler.
Well, it's more just like a historical name that just hasn't changed. Because, I mean, football originally had a lot of kicking, and there wasn't throwing the ball. Like, throwing was added later, and then that's what
Switch it
became. So
Switch it up.
you want them to
Call it
change
pass
the
ball?
name?
Pass ball.
Pass ball.
Throw ball.
Throw a ball?
Throw ball, catch ball, score ball.
They should call it pig ball. Because pigskin.
Pig ball. They don't play with pigskin, though. It's not pigskin anymore.
So just the name.
Synthetic ball.
So what's soccer though then to you?
I don't care.
Like, what do you want the game to be called? Checker ball?
Well, people call it football. Like, that is football. We call it soccer.
I mean, yeah, but we got the name from England. It's not like America invented the word soccer.
No, but like it's more widely known as football.
Yes, I know, but we don't call, like, in our language and everything, we generally don't call it that. We call it soccer. So, like, to you, what is the word soccer?
Stupid.
Football
It's just
makes
a
more
name,
sense for
just
soccer.
like football is just a name.
I know, but I'm saying just like what makes more sense and what sounds cooler.
Well, I mean, you
Like
could do that with
football
so
makes-
many things.
Football makes more sense for.
Like,
well, yeah,
so, like,
what's wrong
there are
with
way
that?
many cooler names than Michael, but like, why are you still using Michael?
Dude, really?
Wow,
You're wow, man.
kind of jerk.
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
Like, wow, okay.
Well, that's how football feels when you try to take its name away.
You take it that personally, like you feel football is like like equivalent to my name for me.
No, it was
If
that
you
was
have a problem.
No, that was
we
tongue
need
in
to
cheek.
stop watching Gridiron.
Yeah.
that was.
What do you want Mick's name to be? Michael's
Yeah.
name. What do you think would be his
What's
cool
wrong
name?
with my name?
I think
You
it should
want
be
his name to be-
soccer.
It should be pass
No,
ball.
no, football.
It should be synthetic ball.
It should be throw ball.
Oh, I'm your host,
Gridiron.
synthetic football, Parker.
We call you
It's
Grid for
synthetic
short.
ball.
Well, you know what? Screw you. I hate your name too. How about that?
Oh,
How about that?
I mean, I did want my name to be Wiffle Ball, but my parents, you know.
like, please, mom.
Well, luckily, there's one way cooler than that. It's called pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball is pretty
Mick,
fun.
tell us a little bit about pickleball.
So pickleball is it was invented in Washington, in Bainbridge, Washington, I believe, in the 60s. I did get a new pickleball paddle in the mail yesterday. So
Did you buy the most expensive one?
the most expensive. I bought 3 of them.
What a dumb question, Landon. You
Yes.
you didn't need to ask that.
They get ridiculously expensive though.
I can believe it.
Like I saw one for like 300, 330.
You didn't get that one?
No.
You'll get that one next month.
I mean, once I've played for a little bit longer. You know? But I do want to say that like the name pickleball, that's a cool name.
That is a cool name.
And it makes sense.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
What would you guys change the name to?
Medium tennis.
Like plastic ball?
If like ping pong is small tennis,
Table tennis.
then so if that's table tennis, there's normal tennis. What would this be? Tennis. Medium tennis.
Vente.
Basketball court tennis.
Basketball.
Basketball court. How does that make sense?
Because like our pickleball thing that's in our parents' backyard is on a basketball court.
That's not even a basketball court.
Well, it's like a little basketball pad.
It's a
Basketball
sports court.
pad
Yeah, it's a sports court.
tennis. Sports court tennis.
Sports court.
It's not even
Sports
big
short.
enough for a pickleball court.
So it's small
It's too small.
pickleball.
It's not regulation.
court.
It's not
Pickleball.
regulation.
It's not regulation. It's 4 feet too short.
Dang.
Yeah. So I can't practice back there too much because I don't want to like screw up my game.
Yeah. So you're gonna have more concrete board to extend. The
Yes. Because it's very important.
Yeah.
You guys should play pickleball.
I want to.
We play like every week.
Yeah,
We're playing tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm
You're
going
playing pickleball.
Not
What
playing
time are you playing
pickleball.
tomorrow? What time are you playing tomorrow?
What time are you doing whatever you're doing?
I'm going to a comedy show at 7, or actually before 7, like probably like 6:15, 6:30.
We're playing much earlier than that.
What time are you playing?
I think at 3,
Maybe. I don't know.
2,
But
1.
I'll probably be busy tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so I think we've all been like watching a bunch of stuff, especially Dave, because what else do you do with your time?
I try to watch. I've been trying to watch like a movie a day, but
We're trying to watch 3 movies a day.
So I'm just gonna run through this list because there's a lot of stuff. So I think some of this is TV shows, though.
well, you don't have to just read everything.
No, he has to.
I have to now
Yeah.
because I made the promise to our listeners. DuckTales 2017, is that the show?
Yes, that's a show on Disney Plus. Have you guys seen that?
I've heard it's good. I have not
It is
seen it.
very good.
You've talked about it before, right?
I know I've mentioned it to you guys. I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but I would highly recommend
Yeah,
it.
we've discussed it on the show. You said you've like watched it with Brie and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Great
convinced.
voice cast, right?
Yes, I'm convinced that it's like not for kids. I don't think it's a kids show. But not in that like it's inappropriate, but just that like I feel like
The
it's way
themes and
too
stuff?
like above like
Don't ducks have like spiral penises?
Not on the show.
Oh,
They're just
well, then
regular
it's-
on the show.
That's a kid. That's a kid. Oh, okay. So they're not being accurate, is what you're saying.
Anyway, I
It
would
should be called Quack Tales.
I would highly recommend
DuckTales is
Did
stupid.
that show end? Didn't it wrap up?
Yeah, it only ran for like 3 seasons, but David Tennant is Scrooge McDuck.
Yep.
Each of the
Does
Huey,
he
Dewey,
play
and
the
Louie.
same part he does in?
Isn't Danny Pudi or Danny Putty?
Yeah,
or-
he's one of
and
the
then
he's one of
Ben Schwartz too, right?
and then Bobby Moynihan is the other one.
I don't know him.
He was on SNL. He's like one of the
Okay.
bigger SNL guys. But yeah, the voice cast is really good. The original DuckTales, like all 3 of the ducks were like pretty similar. I mean, they also all just kind of sounded like little Donalds in a way.
Yeah, I like
so-
the old DuckTales though.
Yeah, but this one, each of the ducks like has a very distinct personality and voice too. So like, you really
Do they
kind
wear
of like,
different colors?
yeah, they still wear different colors and everything. But I think the voice cast is really really good. And the writing I think is also excellent.
Cool.
So you guys I think should check it out at some point. It's a very good show. Very very well written for a like animated Disney show.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the writing better or worse than She-Hulk that I haven't seen?
I mean, I've only seen 2 episodes of She-Hulk, but I think I would say it's better.
Cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
Cool.
I like animated stuff.
it's good.
Moon Knight season 1.
Yeah, I don't think we ever talked about the end of Moon Knight because when you guys were
I
watching
don't know
it,
if we did.
when you guys were watching it, I hadn't seen it yet, and then you guys just stopped talking about it. So I just assumed I wasn't even sure if you guys finished watching it.
I finished it.
Did you, Landon?
Yeah, I finished it. I don't know how I feel about that show. I don't think I really liked it that much in hindsight.
Dave, what did you think?
I thought it was okay. Like my favorite episode was the second to last episode, and then everything else was kind of like meh. But the second to last one,
What happened?
Is that where he's like in like the afterlife place
yes,
or whatever?
yeah, and it's him really interacting. Like, so spoilers for Moon Knight season 1. The main character dies, and then that second to last episode is they're both like in the afterlife interacting with one another. Basically for the whole episode.
Right, they're
and
like
then
trying to
surprise,
figure
surprise!
out-
At the end, they figure it out and are able to come back to life. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Also with the help of Conju, though.
yes. But the interaction between like I really like Oscar Isaac in the show. I think he does a really good job.
That must be like a fun role, but a really challenging role because you have to play like at least 3 different personalities.
Yeah, he did it very convincingly. I think that was the most interesting and the good part of the show. Everything else was kind of like it wasn't that wasn't super.
Did you like
interesting or
Ethan Hawke?
compelling. Yeah, I thought he was okay.
He was creepy.
Yeah, he's.
Like the whole glass in the sandals thing.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I like cringed every time he walked. I'm like, oh.
I still think my favorite Marvel show is Hawkeye. I think.
Hawkeye was like, it shouldn't have been as good as it was.
Yeah, I just thought it was like really enjoyable.
It was simple and enjoyable is a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think overall I liked Moon Knight. I just like the like Egyptian world. I think a lot of it comes from like my love of the mummy films and just learning about ancient Egyptian and ancient Egypt and
Yeah,
like homeschool stuff. But I enjoyed it.
you can learn about ancient Egypt stuff outside of homeschool too, Michael.
Nope.
You actually can't.
No. It's illegal against the law.
Moon Knight, just to end, I guess it suffers from some of the other things where it's like there's not a lot of actually like Moon Knight in the show. There's very little of him. It's mostly other stuff going on. You don't see very much of the actual character.
I mean, you mean his like superhero
Yes.
alter ego?
Yeah.
Alter ego. Can't speak. Alter ego.
Yeah.
It's an alter ego.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool. I'd imagine we'll probably get a season 2.
Landon's so excited.
Yay. Yay.
Next up is Better Call Saul.
Oh. It's perfection. It's good television. It's so you haven't seen Breaking Bad, have you, Mick?
I think I saw the first season,
You need to watch Breaking Bad and then you need to watch Better Call Saul.
even though it's a prequel.
Yes, it's very important. In my opinion, it's very important that you have seen Breaking Bad.
You'd
Right,
get a lot
Dave? You
more
would-
out of
Yep.
it. Yeah. Plus, Breaking
'Cause there's
Bad is
also-
really good. So
Yeah, but like Bob Odenkirk, like the character Saul Goodman, I mean Jimmy McGill is his real name.
his
He is
former
such-
name.
his former name. Like he is such a compelling, like I don't know, like you're instantly rooting for him. I feel like to succeed. Like I mean, he's kind of like he's trying, like he's this kind of like character with a shady background. He always was trying to get ahead in life, like through like get rich quick schemes. He's kind of got like a shady background, but like he's trying to go on like the up and up. Like he's trying to be straight and narrow, but like he just can't catch a break. And opportunities keep presenting themselves to him to like take shortcuts, and he's trying to resist that urge to do it, but it almost keeps like he keeps getting screwed by people that don't want to give him a chance. Also, there's like I'm rewatching once. I'm almost done with season 1, but there's a scene that's like a flashback scene from back when he works at this law firm, just in the mailroom. Like his older brother is like a very successful lawyer, like is a partner at a law firm, and he got Jimmy, Bob Odenkirk's character, a job in the mailroom, and the character like works there, and then on the side he's going to like a remote school to get a law degree, and he passes the bar and he's celebrating, and he then wants to work at the law firm as an actual lawyer. And there's a scene where he's in the mailroom celebrating with the other mailroom people, and the other partner at the firm comes in and has a conversation with him. You can't hear the conversation. All you hear is the printer in the background, and they're just talking. You can tell it's like a really negative conversation. And it's just super effective storytelling. I don't know if you remember that scene, Dave, but there's just some great twists and turns with the characters. Like his brother, I think he's played by Michael McKean.
Michael
right?
McKean plays his brother Chuck.
And his brother is just like, their dynamic is really fascinating, and I've never like you just really come to like loathe his older brother. In my opinion, at least, I really can't. I don't like him.
He's sympathetic at parts, but also
but like certain things were like, I don't know. It's just really good, and there's really great. They bring other characters back from Breaking Bad, like Mike. I can't remember his last name, Ermitart, and I've always loved his character too from Breaking Bad. And he's very interesting. The stuff with him, just a really good show. It's funny too.
Yeah. There's some good moments of
levity or like just situational stuff, but it's also a very serious show, and really. For a show that doesn't have a ton of action, it's extremely riveting. Like all the performances.
Yes.
Bob Odenkirk especially, I feel like, is like so good. Like
it's weird, like he's one of those people, like seeing him from coming like from Mr. Show and other like comedic roles and stuff, and then kind of playing this kind of character is just really interesting because I don't know, he's just really compelling.
He's really funny on How I Met Your Mother. I don't know if you ever.
I didn't know he was on that.
Yeah, he plays just like this like hard edge lawyer boss guy.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Yeah, so I highly recommend. I think you've watched most of the show, right, Dave?
I have just the last season left. Yeah.
I'm assuming I will probably watch through most of it pretty quick because I've gotten through like the first season in like a week and a half. So
is this like the end of the show?
Yeah, they just finished like the last season. The 6th season just finished, and that was the last one. So, but it's just a great, interesting world, and the characters are all really good. And you should definitely watch it, or watch Breaking Bad first. Then
yeah, I'll probably get back to it at some point. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, I think so. Yep, both of them are.
The most recent season is not, which is why I haven't seen it yet. But
yeah, I'm hoping by the time I get through season 5, maybe season 6 is on there. If not, I'll just pay to watch it. Probably.
It probably won't be.
Yeah.
How it used to work with like how their agreement was with Netflix and AMC was the most recent season. When that airs, that means then the previous season would come on Netflix.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it would sometimes take like a year or a year and a half or so before a season came on. I don't know what they're going to do now since there's no new season. It might not even ever go on Netflix. I don't know. It's their contract might expire, and then it might just all go on AMC Plus or whatever.
Oh,
I assume.
Well, then I'll just pay for it then, I guess.
I assume I'll probably try to do like a free trial or 1 month of it so that I can at least watch it.
Yeah,
because I really want to see the end. I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, it's like one of the few shows I like really don't. Like a lot of stuff I don't care about too much. That's one where I'm like, I don't really want to have it spoiled.
Yeah.
So
when you learn that he like gets laid off from the Cinnabon and then has to work at the the Wetzel's Pretzels instead. Whew, yeah, I had that spoiled for me. Dang, wasn't ready.
Ruined the show.
Cinnabon sounds good.
We never go.
We never go.
The mall, we always look and be like, man, if I was in the mood for a cinnamon roll, I'd really get one right now. But it's like, it's 3 p.m. and I probably just doesn't seem like a responsible adult decision to get a Cinnabon right now.
Okay, so up next is Reservoir Dogs.
Reservation
Dogs. Sorry.
Oh.
What? I have no idea what that is.
It's a Hulu show. It takes place on a reservation in Oklahoma, and it kind of just follows this kind of this band of kids, kind of like misfit kids. It's in its second season right now, so I'm watching through that. I think it's
Taika Waititi, right?
He's like an executive producer or something. I don't know if I don't think he writes for the show or anything like that, but he's somehow behind it, probably like in name. So
Okay.
but yeah, it's really interesting. I've enjoyed it. And then What We Do in the Shadows too. That's also season 3, I think. Both of those are on Hulu. So I'm going through both of those. They're both currently running right now. But
I need to watch I'm like a season or 2 behind on What We Do in the Shadows.
the show's
so funny. It's so funny.
Is it like, how's it hold up to the movie though?
It's just as good,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I would agree. Yeah.
It's like it's just more of it. It's like if you liked the movie, it's like it's now you just have like seasons of the movie.
Okay. I'd probably love the show then.
Yeah,
The show is very funny.
the stuff they get. Yeah, it's great. Colin Robinson. I watched the episode of Better Call Saul with him, or the first one with him. I was like, it's Colin.
Oh yeah,
Robinson.
he's selling his baseball cards or something like.
No, he's selling drugs in the first episode.
But But it's later, like he has his baseball cards, right? That he's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he does that, and it's the same episode that has Trevor from
yes, and Mike shows up and like
and just beats the snot
Yeah.
out of him.
Trevor
You're gonna
from
take
GTA.
Yeah, Trevor
Yes.
from GTA is in an episode of it. Yeah,
he kind of plays like
great.
a Trevor-esque character in that
Yes, yeah.
scene too. It's really funny.
I think he can play one character. He's a character actor.
He always reminds me of Walton Goggins.
That's not what a character actor is, Landon.
What is a character actor then? What like
A character actor is someone who plays a lot of different kind of characters. Not like,
okay.
I think you meant like typecast.
Isn't that just an actor?
typecast? Okay, my bad.
Isn't that just an actor? Isn't that what actors do?
Yes
Play
and
different
no,
characters?
but like character actors generally like they are very rarely playing like a leading man. And they
okay.
play like a wide variety of characters, and they have like a lot of range, but they typically are not like a lead. That's what that term usually means, is a character.
Okay,
actor.
that's my bad. I thought it was
No, it's fine.
okay.
Yeah.
So typecast then would be his.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays like the same, like he was on The Walking Dead for a few seasons, and he essentially played just like Trevor on The Walking Dead.
Like for a long time, Steve Buscemi would have been described as like a character actor because though he was kind of like in a niche, he was playing like all these very different kind of roles, but he wasn't usually like a lead actor. Someone like Jason Bateman, not a character actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So I saw, speaking of watching stuff, I watched a movie called The Usual Suspects.
Never heard of it.
Well, you're stupid, and you should have because you went to film school.
I like
And
the
your name
usual.
sucks,
I
too.
like the usual suspects.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that I had like kind of known what happens through like osmosis and like other things, and just like seeing stuff on YouTube. But
Have you seen the Key and Peele?
You actually showed me that before, like years ago.
Oh, really?
Before I saw the movie, yeah. And then after I watched this, I immediately went back and watched the Key and Peele sketch, and it was much funnier.
Yes.
That's the context.
Hang
Have you
in
seen
there.
that, Landon?
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
I don't got time for you. Well done, detective.
I love Key and Peele sketches. By the way,
They're so good. There's
so many of them that are just
Oh man, we could go on a
Yeah.
huge tangent for Key and Peele.
yes.
But yeah, no, it was like those type of movies are just fun, like the kind of mystery thriller things, and then there's like spoilers, just kind of a twist to the movie. And those are always just fun to enjoy, and just like go back and watching them and like seeing like the little hints here and there is always
great
a lot
movie.
of fun.
Great movie. Classic Kevin Spacey.
Classic.
Back when it was okay to like Kevin Spacey.
He was like one of my favorite actors. I'm not even kidding. Like he was like up there, like probably top 5. For me.
Yeah. It's Fall from Grace is his was big.
His Lex Luthor.
Oh my
Gosh,
god.
dang it.
But I didn't know this was a Bryan Singer movie. Which wasn't he caught up in some?
I think
Stuff
he
too?
did some really bad things. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he like officially got canceled. Like I think he just kind of like faded away.
He did X-Men stuff? Is that
Yeah.
He did the X-Men, at least the first 2. And I think he did Days of Future Past.
Let's see if he's done anything.
Oh my, he's been
recently.
involved with a lot of lawsuits. I did remember that
Yeah.
he had some like allegation stuff thrown at him.
There were some like pool parties where there's,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was the
Dang.
people of
Well,
not a great guy. I'm pretty sure. But he made a great movie.
Well, we're talking about the art, not the artist. The art was cool.
Artist, not so cool.
Artist, not so cool. I guess both. But I had a young Benicio del Toro. I think that they said it was like one of his first roles.
Oh, okay. I like Del Toro.
He's a interesting.
I thought you were gonna call him Ben. I like Ben.
He's so good in Sicario. Del Toro.
I still haven't seen that.
He's great, and he's great in The Last Jedi.
I'm sorry. Gosh, I hate that movie. Do you guys hate that movie?
Yes.
It's my least favorite one. It sucks. Just like my name. So that was fun. Wow. Okay, so Dave has been watching like a ton of movies.
Well, this is like 2.5 weeks worth now because I didn't mention.
Yeah, that's still a lot. Even for me, that's a lot.
Well,
not saying something.
I have a backlog.
So you watched a movie called Good Night and Good Luck?
Yeah, so I can go through these. You don't have to like just list through them all unless you want to keep up your promise to the listeners or whatever.
I'm a promise keeper.
Good Night, Good Luck. That was good. That was about Edward R. Murrow during the McCarthy trials. He was a CBS like news anchor, and he was kind of responsible. At least the movie portrayed him as like being very responsible for like helping the public become aware of like how messed up the McCarthy trials were.
Was that his sign off? Good
Yes.
Night and Good Luck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. That
was a really good movie. It was directed by George Clooney, and George Clooney played a supporting role.
Oh, he's a good character actor.
I like.
Just kidding. He's George Clooney in every role he does.
It's not a very long movie. I would check it out. It's in black and white.
Oh, yeah, I can't watch it then.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. I'm not one of those people. Okay. The Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's a what's his name? Wes Anderson movie.
Isn't that with Ralph Fiennes?
Yes, the Ralph Fiennes. That was a fun movie. If you like Wes Anderson movies, you'd probably like this one. But it kind of follows this hotel that's in like some kind of fake foreign country that's kind of like a quasi Switzerland, basically, that takes place in between World War I and World War II. And it does like all these time jumps and flashbacks. But it was a fun movie. It was like charming, kind of like most Wes Anderson movies. But
I've only seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. I think it's the only Wes Anderson film I've seen.
I like that movie a lot. That movie is really fun. Also has George Clooney.
Also George Clooney.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Wes Anderson use like the same actors in almost everything, or a lot of the same?
He tends to use a lot of the same actors. So like when he started, he like the two brothers. Yeah.
Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
The Wilson brothers. So like the three of them kind of like got their start together. I think they were all from Texas, maybe. And they started like in the 90s with Rushmore and some other movies. But he uses them a lot. He uses Bill Murray a lot.
Edward Norton too, right?
Edward Norton. He kind of has this eclectic cast of people he uses.
What's the Hunt for the Wilder People? Is that
that's Taika Waititi.
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. There's like Moonrise
Edward
Kingdom.
Norton as a
Moonrise Kingdom.
Is that it? He's like a Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Wes Anderson.
Okay, that's
he is the underwater one. I forgot the name of the
Aquaman.
Yes. Royal Tenenbaums and
Avatar.
Stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, if you like his movies, I think you like Grand Budapest Hotel. It's kind of very historic because it takes place during the 30s and takes place in this very grand hotel.
That has Flash Thompson too, right?
Joe Manganiello?
No, the new Flash.
Oh yes, yeah. He plays like the primary bellhop.
Yeah.
Yeah. He and what's his name? Ralph Fiennes are the two main characters.
You know what? In every human being's defense, that's how the name is spelled.
In every human being's defense. I don't think many people are going to argue with you there.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem calling him Ray Fiennes, but come on, it's spelled
make
Ralph.
It easy. Make it a little easier.
Phineas. Right? Just spell it Ray Fiennes. How hard is that?
Is it actually Ray? Is it supposed to be?
Yeah, it's Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes.
That's how you pronounce his name.
That's stupid.
That's stupid.
It's like you're baiting people into like mispronouncing your name.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not as stupid as Michael, but
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
I finally watched Us.
Excuse me.
That's a great movie.
Excuse
I like
me.
Us.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, Mick.
You watched
Go
Us?
ahead. Yes, I watched
A movie
Us.
called Us.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. I was kind of like not on board for most of the movie until like the very end, and then
Tell the
and then a lot
moment.
of things like clicked into place. And I was like, okay, this like justifies
That moment's
most of the
awesome.
problems. Most of the problems I had with the movie.
Okay, are you talking about like the twist?
Yes.
Great. Now I know there's a twist.
I thought you'd
The movie's
seen
been
it.
out for.
No, I never saw it.
He went and saw Nope.
Nope.
It's the only Jordan Peele movie he's watched.
I mean, Us is
also
probably.
seen
I haven't
the-
seen Nope, but Us is probably
Us is scarier
than Nope.
Us is scarier. Yeah.
I don't like scary movies.
Us is pretty scary in my opinion. Like it's fairly scary.
Yes, I would say Us was quite scary.
I don't like.
I was really proud that I like predicted the twist. Like probably like I'm not that smart, but like I predicted it. Like I think like before it happened, like a little bit before it happened.
I had thought it was always something that was like a possibility. Because I'd even mentioned something to Brie about like in the movie because I was referring to a character and I was saying either the character or but then I kind of was like I got wrapped up in the movie and I wasn't really thinking about it, and then that's when I kind of like started like having some issues with what was going on in the movie. I was like, man, just so much of this like doesn't make sense. And then it got to that and I was like so excited. I was like, oh yeah, like
yeah.
It really like I think elevates the movie to a very high. It was very like Twilight Zone.
It makes it way more chilling.
Yes,
like-
but it straight up was like Twilight Zone movie kind of.
Yeah.
Which then makes sense why he did his run of Twilight Zone. I haven't seen it yet. I would like to, but I think it's like on CBS All Access or Paramount Plus or whatever. So
and we'll just rot away there. Like, we'll watch it. So.
But I finally got to watching the movie and I really did enjoy it. I thought it was really good.
So now you gotta go see Nope now.
Nope.
I'll watch it on DVD in 4.5 years. or
Oh
whatever.
my god!
DVD.
Just go spend the
HD
$20
DVD.
go see it with Brie. Like it's not that expensive. Just go see a movie, man. Go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And don't
I
you
enjoyed
dare
myself
say
by
no.
watching the next movie too on the list.
Oh my god.
I'm still talking about.
Speaking of the next one,
The only thing I know about Us is there's like clones of people and there's rabbits.
there are rabbits.
Rabbit.
There needs to be a Meat Canyon Us video.
That'd be great.
Him talking like in that voice, like
That voice is so scary. The voice is so scary.
yeah.
Like when they first show up. Actually, the opening of the movie is really creepy too. When like the young girl, like when she's like wandering through the thing.
Yeah, the House of Mirrors.
Oh.
Creepy.
Yeah, that's such a man. That movie is actually really scary. The more I think about it, like the movie's really scary.
Yeah, Mick, you
Like,
should watch it.
Yeah. Last night in Soho.
Yep, I saw that. Landon, have you seen?
Yep.
Okay.
I went and saw that in theaters. I went and supported the creators of the film in theaters instead of taking the DVD from the library.
Edgar Wright directed it,
Yes.
It's with Will's favorite actress, right?
and Landon's favorite actress.
One of
Who else?
Thomas Mackenzie.
Who's
What's with that chuckle after?
She's an actress she's in Jojo Rabbit and a few other things.
Oh, she was in Old.
Yeah, she was on Old.
Oh,
That was a fun movie though.
Yeah.
Like I really liked
Old kind of sucked.
No,
like
Last
Old.
Night in Soho. I didn't see.
Oh.
It. No, Last Night in Soho. I really liked. That was another one that like kind of has some like fun twists and turns throughout the story that I thought was very very satisfying. It's kind of a longer movie.
Yeah.
But it's very thematic, and you have kind of like the time jumps and like the dream sequences. So it's very very
it was
thematic.
a good movie. I thought it was shy of being great, but it was really fun and good.
What do you think?
I didn't
Like kept it from being great.
I don't know. I think maybe the dream stuff kind of started getting like a little bit repetitive. Like I don't know, but I liked the twist.
Did it feel like an Edgar Wright film?
Yeah.
Even though it was kind of a scary thriller.
It wasn't that
yeah.
scary, I would say.
No.
It's I think it was maybe billed more as some kind of horror movie. It's more of I would say it's more of like a thriller or kind of a mystery in a sense.
I did feel bad. I felt bad for Thomas and Mackenzie's character. Like when she's getting like bullied by the other like students, like that always like made me feel bad. Like I don't know.
So
like the new kid.
So the two things that Landon has most issues with in movies, or not issues with, but the thing that makes him sympathize with the character most, or like feel for a character, is when they are unjustly bullied, or when they're dying and saying, "I don't want to die." Those are the two things that gets to Landon most.
Yeah, they get to me a little bit. I'm like, oh man, like oh no.
Yeah, I think I think some of that was a little like over the top. Some of the bullying, where it's like I think bullying can be subtler in a lot of things. There are bullies who are like who are kind of, I would say, extreme or like not so subtle. But I think a lot
most
of movies,
the time it's not.
I think a lot of movies tend to like really overdo it. I don't know if it's just to like get it in the viewer's head that like this is not in jest, or these are clearly like mean people or something. But there was a little bit of that in the movie, especially with the main girl, where she was just like way over the top, and you have like the weird like circle of girls
mean to
like
somebody?
like
who would be
giggling
this mean
with
to
each
somebody?
other, and then
You guys never went to public school. It's rough.
But I mean, like they're adults, like in the movie, like they're in like college. Like I
You guys never went to.
we all went to like certain degrees of college.
And got certain degrees.
Gosh dang it.
Yeah, so it was good though. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Cool. Did you get that at the library?
Yes.
Oh my God, you're like the oldest person.
How are you older than Landon?
Yeah, how are you older than?
Oh, I am older than Landon. That's how.
How did it happen?
Okay, next movie, Doctor Strangelove. But
Yes,
you've seen that.
this was
movie.
a rewatch. So, because this is one of my favorite.
We're not
movies.
talking about rewatches.
This is one of my favorite movies, and I
Next
hadn't
is
seen.
Bad Times at the El Royale.
So, Doctor Strangelove is one of my
No.
favorite movies. I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I wanted to watch it again just because every once in a while, like people really talk about nukes and stuff. So the last 6 to 8 months, it's been more of a topic with Russia and everything. So I was really getting that like that itch, that Doctor Strangelove itch. So I watched the movie again.
Drop a bomb.
But
Itching to.
that still
about it.
is, I think, one of my favorite movies, and I think it's one of the funniest movies out there.
Heard it's funny.
Yes.
Is it funnier than She-Hulk?
I would say yeah. Doctor Strangelove
Is it as fun as pickleball?
Doctor Strangelove is funnier, I think, than most things. But have you not seen it, Landon?
I have not.
Okay, you should watch it. It's really good. Really
Who directs that again?
Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, Mr. Kubrick himself.
Sir
Sir Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley. Yeah. He's probably not knighted. He's dead, right?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah,
When did he die?
I think in the 90s. He was like 99. Because I think his last movie, Eyes Wide Shut, I think that came out after he died. If I'm not
Have you ever
mistaken.
seen that?
No, I have not.
I've heard that's a terrible movie.
Isn't that with Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently, Tom Cruise can't do an Irish accent at all.
I like a lot of Kubrick movies, but there's a lot that I also don't like. Doctor Strangelove is my favorite of his movies. I also really like The Shining, but
The Shining is so good.
but I'm actually not a huge 2001 fan. I'm not a huge.
that movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh, I hate that
not a
movie
huge
so
Clockwork Orange
much.
fan. Full Metal Jacket, I'm kind of on, but some of his movies I really like. Some of them not so much. But Doctor Strangelove is probably like a top 10 movie.
When that come out, 40.
No, it's 64, I think.
Came out before the atomic bomb.
Yeah, I would like to see that movie at some point because I've just heard a lot of good things about it.
It has so many good lines, and Peter Sellers playing the 3 different roles. And the rest of the cast is just it's so fun.
Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yes,
We've all seen this.
That's a
movie.
great. Mick and I went and saw that in theaters.
We did.
Was it just us or was Will there too?
I feel like Will was there.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, we went downtown for it.
We did. Yeah, we saw it in the AMC theaters.
That's a great movie.
I really enjoyed.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
I
this.
thought
movie.
it was a fun ride.
Yeah, another great movie that bombed.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
It did not do very well.
Just going to show that people have no taste these days.
I think I said this off air, but I think this is probably my favorite Chris Hemsworth role.
He's crazy.
He's so creepy in the-
he's so creepy, but so funny at the same. Every time he was on screen, I was just giggling. It was just.
It's just
so fun.
It's just
the
such a
way he
good,
moves.
Yeah. It's such a good
ridiculous.
cast too. The movie has such a good cast.
Well, I'm a
Yeah,
huge Jeff Bridges fan.
Yep.
So
Jeff Bridges. Yeah.
He's great in it. John Hamm's in it.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. Is it what's her name? Is it Dakota Johnson?
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Um,
Mrs. 50 Shades of Grey herself.
Lewis Pullman, who is Bill Pullman's son.
okay. Nick Offerman's in it.
Kaylee
Briefly.
Slaney.
Oh, he
yeah.
is, yeah.
Nick Offerman. He's in it for he's at the very beginning basically, and then a flashback.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo too. is the singer.
It's just such a fun movie because it keeps you guessing. There's all these odd characters there for different reasons, and it takes some like twists and turns. Like, I want to rewatch that movie. It's so good. I just love the bellhop character. Is it the bellhop or whatever? Like, I love like when they reveal like the thing of it, like it's like, you know, like, and they're like, oh my god,
like, and you're like, wait, say that number one more time.
Because don't they reveal that with like each person, like how many people they've or whatever? Like,
that's Lewis Pullman's character, isn't it?
Yes,
the bellhop. Yeah,
it's a fun movie. Very satisfying.
Who directed that?
Drew Goddard.
Goddard.
He did 10 Cloverfield Lane, and he was like the showrunner of Daredevil.
Oh.
And then I guess he wrote a bunch of stuff too. So he was a writer.
That explains why Daredevil shows up in Bad Times.
He saves them.
A little cameo.
Yep.
Uses some sonar.
Oh, he did Cabin in the Woods too.
Oh, I love Cabin in the Woods.
No, also Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, actually, that's, you know what? Cabin in the Woods is probably my favorite Chris Hemsworth role. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably my favorite Chris Hemsworth role. The motorcycle jump, like, he's just so good. That, you know what? That's probably my top 10 favorite movies. That movie's so funny.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
He's like, I could do this.
I could save us all.
It's like,
Do you know they put that in the trailer?
did they really?
Yeah.
They show like it hitting the thing.
I think they showed like spoilers. They showed like a dome, like force field thing.
Oh my, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
The fun of that movie is not knowing, you know what I mean? Not knowing anything that's going on.
Although you kind of do like, kind of quickly, like you realize like, oh, there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the movie starts out with like the whole, like the two guys having like the most boring conversation, and and then you get like the blood splatter, like Cabin in the Woods title splash when they're like riding the golf cart.
Yeah. Oh man, that movie's amazing.
Yeah. So Drew Goddard also did. He wrote and directed Cabin in the Woods, or he co-wrote it because Joss Whedon also co-wrote Cabin in the Woods.
Ooh, speaking of canceled. Next is Manhattan Murder Mystery.
Yeah,
MMM.
As
I like to call it.
That was a what's his name? Woody Allen movie from the 90s.
Speaking of,
I mean, you can pick like half like every other director, right?
pretty much.
So this one, it's like an old, or like I'd say middle-aged married couple that like their life is kind of boring, but like the wife is convinced that there was a murder that happened, and so she kind of like upends their lives in a sense by like starting to like I guess investigate on her own this murder she thinks is happening. It takes place.
So is this different than just Manhattan?
Yes, this is Manhattan Murder Mystery.
That's funny because there's a movie Manhattan.
Also directed by Woody Allen.
Yeah,
and starring Woody Allen.
I mean, he was from New York, and I think a lot of his movies take place there, right?
No. I think Ants happens in New York, doesn't it? Ant Z.
That's the movie you think of when you hear Woody Allen, like Ants is the first thing that jumps into your mind. That
was probably the first Woody Allen movie I saw. So.
Have you seen any others? I mean, what's his big one? What is it called?
Annie Hall.
Oh yeah, Annie Hall. Have you seen like Annie Hall or Love and Death or anything like that?
No.
I have like some of his older movies, like Love and Death was really funny. It's like a comedy period piece. Annie Hall is kind of like this like comedy romance movie, but he has some good stuff. He's kind of like hit and miss with some of his movies, but this one was I thought it was okay. It kind of dragged. It was a little boring at times.
I've heard Midnight in Paris is good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I would like to see that, but
yeah, he's done a ton of stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, mainly Ants.
Yes, mainly Ants.
It's a good and solid. Miller's Crossing.
Yes.
Next.
This
movie. How many movies?
This is a movie I've wanted to see for a long time because this is a Coen Brothers movie. This is one of their earlier films. So this is kind of like it's like a 1920s, 1930s mob movie. Kind of follows this Irish mobster who's kind of like he was like high up with the Italian mob in this city, and then in the Irish mob, but then he kind of like has this fall from grace, and so he ends up kind of like incorporating himself into the Italian mob. So it follows this character, and kind of there's like some murder shenanigans because it's a Coen Brothers movie, and there's some like like funny moments. But
Oh, it also has the guy from Usual Suspects.
yes, he's the main character.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of Fargo season 4 Landon, I think was like
that vibes?
highly influenced by Miller's Crossing in particular.
Yeah, that was my favorite aspect of that season of Fargo was that one character, the Irish one that was with the Italians. That was my favorite like aspect of that.
Yeah. Like there's clear similarities between like how they directly took from this movie and kind of incorporated into that season of Fargo. But I really like Coen Brothers. Like I would probably say they're my favorite directors. And so this
Sam
movie
Raimi was in it.
It was like just for a very small.
Yeah, his
small
role
bit.
was snickering gunman.
What was this movie called again?
Miller's Crossing. The name of but like what is it? John Turturro's in it. It has
Steve
a lot.
Buscemi's in it.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi's in it. It's a very Coen Brothers movie. So if you like some of their other like crime movies, this one you'd probably also like as well.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of their earlier ones. I think it's from 92. 90?
1990.
Yeah. It's in one of their older movies.
It's rated R though, so
Can't watch it.
Yeah.
Not allowed to.
Got to ask your
Can't watch
parents.
Got the guy from Jurassic Park 3. He gets one of the guys that get eaten. Michael Jeter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Jeter. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he passed away 50.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he the one that gets eaten on the runway?
No, he's like laying like next to like the dinosaurs are using him as bait. Like he's still alive. He's laying there like we can't go help him. Like,
Dude, that's messed. That was,
yeah, it's a messed up scene that we can't go help him. He's like crying.
Like, please.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I know that movie sucks, but like when you're a kid and you don't understand, you know what I mean? Did you ever have that as an age like where you didn't understand that like movies like were bad? Like
Oh yeah.
so you're just like, oh, it's more Jurassic Park. You're
Yeah.
like cool.
You don't know anything as a kid.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, more dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
And then you get like realize you're like, oh, this movie's like the scene where like he's seeing the terror like the velociraptor on the plane, like Alan. You're like, oh, that's not like cool. It's just stupid.
Yeah, just like the new ones.
Yeah.
Con Air.
Oh. Okay, so I finally watched Con Air. I wanted to see this movie for a long time, and I finally got around to seeing it. Have you guys seen it?
No, I
not.
tried though. I tried looking for it, but apparently this is another library movie.
Gosh. Yeah. Con Air it's a movie of its time. But it was so over the top. It was so crazy. And it's peak Crazy Cage. It has so many lines that are just like off the wall ridiculous. And so like as I'm watching the movie, I'm trying to figure out like if they knew what they were doing or if it was unintentional. Like there are so many moments in the movie that are just so funny and so crazy that I'm like, most of these people, like they had to know that like what they were doing here. But like so many scenes with Nick Cage it seems like they're like being played totally straight. Like the movie starts out with the like a very, it's supposed to be an emotional scene with him and his wife who is pregnant, and he's an army ranger that just returned from war, and he's like meeting his wife at a bar, and it's the Leanne Rimes song playing over, which is, what is it, like How Can I Live Without You or whatever, and it's supposed to be like this like tender moment. But I was just laughing the whole time because it was so cheesy. And so, of course, like at the end of the movie, when everything is resolved and they're together, like it bookends like with the same song again, and he's there with his wife, and they're just playing this Leanne Rimes song. Like I said, it's a movie of its time.
Well, this is the one he won his Oscar for, right?
But like his wig, like throughout the whole movie, just looks ridiculous.
Wait, that's a wig?
Whatever it is.
Maybe I'll have to maybe watch this tonight. Maybe I'll rent it.
This is another movie I would watch with friends. Like this is a fun movie. Like it is like you will be laughing, you will be cheering, you might cry, but not like tears of sadness, but like from laughing. But I would say it's a really fun movie. I would recommend it. Like I did not regret watching the movie. Like I would watch this movie again. It is not a good movie, but it was so fun. Like there's just so much that doesn't
like
make
over the
sense.
top action, right? Like
Yes.
it's over like
Yeah.
The
Like do you know the premise of
subtitle-
the movie?
there are all these criminals getting transported on like an aircraft, right?
Yes, and like the criminals take over the plane, and
Dude, this
and Nick
sounds
Cage
amazing.
at the beginning of the movie, he accidentally kills a guy like defending his pregnant wife. it's
Dave just
basically
gonna spoil
like
this whole movie for us.
Yeah,
Or,
don't
like,
spoil it, dude.
you
No,
told
it's
us
at the
how
very
it ends.
beginning.
You told us. Now you're telling us the beginning. You know you're excited about this movie, Dave, but like you ask us to watch this movie, and now you're like just telling us about the movie.
well, you're not supposed to watch this movie for the story.
That's what I want to watch it for.
The subtitle on the poster for the movie says, "They were deadly on the ground. Now they have wings." Buckle up.
Yes. I want to watch this so bad.
The cast though is great, like a great cast. I mean, there's John Malkovich kind of plays like the main antagonist. John Cusack kind of plays he's like a supporting good guy in the movie, but it also has Danny Trejo. It has Steve Buscemi. They both play like violent criminals. How do you say his name? Ving Rhames?
Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's another criminal in the movie. Oh gosh,
You pronounce it Ray Fine.
yeah. Really, really like just over the top, insane movie. It was really fun. I really enjoyed watching it. But like this is another movie I would describe as a movie for the boys. Like you get the boys together, you watch this movie, and you have a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah, highly recommend this. You guys need to do like a watch marathon, like one day, like watch Con Air and watch Hard Boiled together, like back to back, and see how you can see how well you guys put up with it.
All right. How does it compare to like Face Off?
It's like Face Off. It's kind of like that
yes,
kind of
yes.
like yes, it has that kind of energy, like Face Off energy. I mean, well, Face Off is John Woo, which is Hard Boiled. So like,
okay,
yeah.
All right.
And then you have Con Air, which also has Nick Cage and all these crazy people. So yeah, it's if you like Face Off for what it is, both of those two movies, like Con Air and Hard Boiled, they're the same kind of like fun movie watching experiences. So
Did you ever figure out what that movie was from with him driving?
who driving?
The video, the YouTube video I sent you of him driving. It was like
it's cut
chopped together, but it was him like driving.
It's probably like Gone in 60 Seconds or something. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is, but yeah, that was funny.
It was so funny.
All right, one more, Michael.
One more. It is called Fury.
It's pronounced furry.
It's pronounced
Starring Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah. Brad Pitt in his fox suit. Shia
stop,
LaBeouf
please.
in his wolf suit. Michael Pena in his raccoon suit. It was too much for me.
That's the tank movie, right?
Yes. Yeah. World War II. It's very close to the end of the war. So Russia and the other Allied forces are like already in Germany. So it's like I think it takes place in April of 1945. So it's like the very very end of European theater. And so it's not a romanticized version of the war movie. It's like really gritty and kind of depressing. It essentially follows this one tank crew who's led by Brad Pitt, and then they essentially get a new guy like at the beginning of the movie to replace one of their crew who dies before the movie starts. And so he's kind of like the like main character in a sense, because he was a clerk, like a typing clerk, that essentially is like thrust into this role as like he's now a gunner on this tank because they didn't need the clerk anymore and they needed a gunner. So
Isn't John Bernthal in the movie?
yes, he's John Bernthal, Michael Pena, Shia LaBeouf.
Jason Isaacs is in it.
Yes, he's kind of like a supporting role. He's not a bad guy either.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Surprising.
Yeah, I know, crazy, right?
No way. No way.
So that and the tuxedo. That's it.
That guy's so creepy. Like,
And then what's his name? Logan Lerman is like
Logan Learman.
Learman. I guess he was in what are those movies called? Percy Jackson movies.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah, so he was like the new guy that joins this very haggard tank crew.
He always looks like he's like 15.
Yeah. He does look very young in this movie. But yeah, it's not like a romanticized version of the war. It's like I said, it's very gritty. There's like a lot of violence and stuff. But I like for the most. Have either of you guys seen the movie?
no.
Okay. Like for the most part, I thought it was pretty good. At the very end, there's kind of like I thought like there's like a really long like like final stand scene, kind of like in a sense where it's like we're gonna do, but and it almost went on like way too long to like the point where it's like the movie I thought seemed pretty realistic for the most part, for at least how I could perceive realism in World War II. But then this like last stand like goes on for like way too long, to the point where it's like it like seemed almost comical to a point. But for the most part,
Did Indiana Jones make a cameo on a horse?
no, but Mutt was in the movie, so
Oh.
I actually really liked Shia LaBeouf's character in the movie. It's nice to see him like a little more subdued. Like,
Yeah, what's that like?
well, you'll just have to watch the movie to find out.
I guess so. So you're saying you like this David Ayer movie better than
Yes,
Suicide Squad?
yes.
Oh.
I like some David Ayer movies. This was one that I would say like I enjoyed the movie for the most part. Suicide Squad, not so much.
Yeah.
What else did he did?
Well, he wrote Training Day,
Bright?
and
That
he did
was
End of
his
Watch.
film?
I don't know if you guys saw End of Watch, which also has Michael
No.
Pena.
Isn't that Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah,
They're like cops or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shaved head cops.
That movie's insane.
Is it good?
I thought it was pretty good. It's these two like cops in LA that are kind of like a little like bloodthirsty sort of.
Oh.
It's like a buddy cop movie.
Buddy cat. Wow, you had a Boston.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy cat.
But yeah, I would recommend Fury. I would like someone else to watch it to see how other people think of it. But it's not like a fun war movie,
I think war movies should be fun.
Exactly.
To be
Yeah.
honest. Like,
Yeah.
Unless you're watching like a John Wayne.
Well, yeah. See,
John
like that's
Wayne
the
war.
thing. Like John Wayne.
that was more
movies.
propaganda.
Yeah,
Like-
that's essentially like This is not one of those movies. So
Well, Dave, I'll be able to catch up on your movie list at some point. I cannot watch a movie every day. Though,
in a few years. Well, like I keep saying, these are movies that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. That like some of these are like I've been on my backlog for like 10 years. So like I'm finally getting to them. So if you're just now putting them on your backlog, like I don't expect you to watch them right now. Like if it takes you 10 years, like that's okay. Except for Doctor Strangelove. Like out of all these movies on this list, like that one I would say watch as soon as possible because that movie
And
is
Con Air.
Oh yeah, but I mean I like Doctor Strangelove the best out of all these movies. So yeah.
Better than Suicide Squad?
That is not on this list. Well, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, should we wrap up?
I think so.
we probably should.
Yeah, probably
Another
should.
great day.
When Will comes back, whenever he comes back, we can finally ask how he's been doing at all these tournaments. Has he been winning or not?
Wasn't he on last
He was on
week?
last week.
No, I cut him out actually of the episode.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool. Well, I guess goodbye.
Yeah, thanks for listening. If you watched
goodbye,
any
guys.
of, if
You
you've
know,
watched any of these movies and have
Give
an
us
opinion
a
on it,
Comment.
yeah, let us
An
know
email.
about it. And
Let us know why we're right.
let us
about
know why
everything
Kevin
we say.
Spacey should be absolved. And
Might want to cut that. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys next week.
bye.
Bye.
This week's episode was brought to you by Cheez-Its.
No,
Cheez-Its. It's made with real cheese. Nom 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 nom.
Connor.
Crunch, crunch.